क्या आपने भी कभी किसी से प्यार किया है? हाँ हाँ, ठीक याद कर रहे हो, वही शख्स जिसके पीछे आपको आपके मम्मी पापा से डांट पड़ी थी। सो गाइस, वेलकम टू अ प्लेस where you will discover endless stories, heartwarming tales, just like the name of the channel says, Dil Ki Baatein. Deep conversations that touch the soul, whether it's about love, life, or those little moments that make us feel alive. Every story here comes straight from the heart. So let's hear the love-hate story of Shanaya and Hardik. But first, I have a question for you guys. What is self-love for you? Do share your views in the comments below. Until then, would you like to hear my perspective of self-love? So here it is. Self-love, the journey of self-discovery. A wild roller coaster ride through the peaks of self-acceptance and the valleys of doubt, with twists and turns that lead to a thrilling revelation. The best love story that you can tell anybody is the one you have with yourself, your story of self love. So here comes the story. Chapter 1, A Love Lost. In the shadowed depths of night, a chilling whisper echoed through the corridors of fate, foretelling a tale of shattered dreams and rekindled hope. Shanaya sat on the edge of a bed, her pillow soaked with tears of another sleepless night. It had been months since her breakup with Hardik, but the pain remained fresh, lingering in every corner of her mind, like a haunting echo. Their love had once been the center of her world, filling her days with joy and her nights with promise. Hardik had promised forever, and she had believed him with all her heart. But forever was a lie. Their relationship had started like a fairy tale. Shanaya, a vibrant and ambitious young woman, had met Hardik during her final year of college. He was everything she had ever wanted: charming, kind, and always full of laughter. They shared long walks, deep conversations, and whispered dreams about a future together. Hardik had a way of making her feel like the most important person in the world, and she fell in love with him quickly and deeply. Their love blossomed over time. Shanaya had believed they were invisible, that their bond was unbreakable. Hardik had told her she was his forever, and she had imagined a life filled with shared moments, laughter, and endless tomorrows. But slowly, everything began to unravel. The love that had once felt so natural and effortless became strained. Small arguments turned into long silences. The laughter they had shared grew quieter, replaced by tension and uncertainty. Hardik became distant, no longer looking at her with the same warmth, no longer holding her as if she were his whole world. Shanaya tried to fix things, tried to bring back the love they had once shared, but no matter how hard she tried, it wasn't enough. One evening, after another exhausting argument, Hardik had finally said the words she had been reading. I don't think this is working anymore. Shanaya had felt the ground beneath her feet crumble. How had they gone from being each other's everything to this? She had tried to reason with him, to remind him of all the promises they had made, but Hardik's eyes no longer held the same love. He blamed her for their problems, accused her for not understanding him, of being too demanding, too clingy. And just like that, the relationship she had built her world around came crashing down. Since that day, Shanaya had been living in a constant state of pain and confusion. She blamed herself for the breakup, wondering if she had been too much, if she had loved him too intensely. Hardik's words echoed in her mind, making her doubt her own worth. Maybe she wasn't enough. Maybe she would never be enough for anyone. As she sat in her room that night, Staring at the ceiling, Shanaya felt like a shell of the person she used to be. The vibrant, ambitious girl who had once dreamed of changing the world was now consumed by her own heartache. Every day felt like a struggle, a fight to keep going, when all she wanted to do was disappear. Her phone buzzed beside her, but she didn't bother to check it. It was probably just another meaningless notification from one of the many group chats she had been ignoring. Nothing seemed to matter anymore. With a heavy sigh, Shania glanced at the small wooden box on her bedside table, a box filled with memories of her time with Hardik. For months, she had resisted the urge to open it, knowing that it would only bring her more pain. But tonight, something inside her broke. The weight of her grief, the endless cycle of crying and hurting, became too much to bear. She reached for the box, her hands trembling as she unlocked it. Inside were photographs, letters, and small trinkets from their time together. As she sifted through the contents, memories of their love flooded back, moments of joy and laughter, of shared dreams and whispered promises. She pulled out a photo of the two of them at the beach, their smiles bright and full of love. It had been one of the happiest days of her life, a day when she had truly believed in forever. But now, looking at the photo, all she felt was emptiness. Shania closed the box, snapping the lock in place as if to contain the grief that threatened to overwhelm her. She couldn't take it anymore. She couldn't keep living in the past, holding on to something that no longer existed. She needed to move on, but she didn't know how. With her mind racing, she grabbed her jacket and stepped outside into the cool night air. The stars twinkled overhead, indifferent to her pain, as she walked aimlessly through the quiet streets. Shania felt the weight of a broken heart pressing down on her, making it hard to breathe. How had she ended up here? How had her life become defined by someone who was no longer even a part of it? I hope you enjoyed listening to the chapter 1 of the story written by me. Chapter 2 and 3 will be out soon, and for that, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for further notifications.